It has proven to be Disney's worst investment ever in the history of Disney investments. I mean, they've gone through various scandals with this girl.
You know, other movie companies are going to look at her and they're going to say box office poison. And a lot of this is due to her behavior leading up to the film's release.
But because she has this underlying anger and hatred in her that always has to take it like one step too far.
If I'm Bob Iger, you know what we're doing? Emergency meeting. We're putting Snow White on hold for 2 years, and guess what?
Smart.
Pay her a couple $1,000,000, go away. We're gonna bring another person to play this role.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm honored.
They're leaning in.
Or what?
They're leaning into woke. Hardcore.
They're petrified
Yeah.
of some kind of backlash. I mean, you see with Disney now. I mean, Disney, one of the most gay-friendly companies.
Just when the saga of Disney's live-action Snow White seemed to have hit rock bottom, startling new rumors dragged it even deeper into chaos. After months of controversy, a disastrous reception, and whispers of it being Disney's worst investment ever, the narrative took another surreal turn. Was star Rachel Zegler left desperately scrambling, allegedly begging for money, in the wreckage of the film's fiery crash? This shocking claim emerged amidst intensifying reports of a bitter, behind-the-scenes feud with co-star Gal Gadot, painting a picture of a production consumed by clashing egos, backstage hostility, and, ultimately, profound personal and professional fallout.
It's wrong and backwards, and it's not 1937, whatever. That was like her initial spree, and everyone was like, okay, do you want to be Snow White, or do you hate Snow White? Do you want to destroy Snow White?
It all started with such promise. When Rachel Zegler, a rapidly rising talent fresh off critically acclaimed breakthroughs, was cast as Snow White, there was genuine excitement. She seemed poised to honor Disney's legacy while bringing a modern sensibility. Pairing her with Gal Gadot, already celebrated for playing powerful female figures, felt like inspired casting, an excellent potential complement on screen. But beneath the surface, the magic quickly soured. Subtle indications of friction reportedly began early, averted glances during press events, cool silences on set, quiet disagreements over direction that steadily escalated into palpable, undeniable tension between the two leading ladies.
Trump wins, and Rachel decides to go on really just a psychopathic, demented rant.
What fueled this fire? Insiders pointed to fundamentally clashing visions. Zegler consistently described her approach to the film as a moral or educational experience, a chance to correct the perceived wrongs of the backwards 1937 original. This perspective, sometimes characterized by critics as stemming from an underlying anger and hatred, directly conflicted with the nostalgic revisit many Disney fans craved. They simply wanted enchanting escapism, not thought-provoking commentary that questioned the original's charm. Adding another layer of complexity were Gadot's own well-known global stances, which, when surfaced, reportedly made the atmosphere uneasy and combative, further dividing potential audiences and perhaps contributing to friction with Zegler's own outspoken views.
No, I've been getting a lot of questions about, like, how do I feel?
The reality is she's just not stable.
The simmering tensions reportedly reached a boiling point, a definitive point of no return, when Zegler conspicuously skipped a high-profile ceremony intended to honor Gal Gadot. While Zegler later explained her absence by citing discomfort with certain political themes highlighted at the event, feeling she couldn't endorse its message in good conscience, the interpretation by many was swift and brutal. It was seen as a direct affront to her co-star, a move that crystallized the rumored animosity. Disney executives, desperate for a united front to quell speculation, saw their hopes dashed. This single act reinforced the perception of fundamental discord, making any subsequent attempts at projecting harmony seem utterly hollow.
So yeah, my agent would have punched me in the face if I was up there saying some stupid shit. What an investment.
The alleged feud didn't stay confined to missed events. It reportedly poisoned the atmosphere on set and during the promotional tour. Subsequent interviews revealed little enthusiasm from either actress when asked about the other. Journalists attending photo shoots described an icy environment with frequent, abrupt halts because the stars allegedly could not proceed side by side without hostilities surfacing. Eyewitness accounts claimed that on at least one occasion, Rachel Zegler stormed off following a remark from Gadot, refusing to resume until tempers cooled. This relentless, behind-the-scenes drama inevitably leaked, shaping the film's public image long before release and overshadowing any discussion of its artistic merits.
I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have.
Great. Okay? Fucking great. I'm honored. I don't know why I sound so angry right now. I'm honored.
This interpersonal chaos reportedly translated into a production nightmare. The lack of genuine rapport between the leads necessitated costly reshoots to salvage scenes devoid of authentic chemistry. Editors faced the daunting task of stitching together coherent sequences from fragmented takes, sometimes reportedly resorting to techniques where the actresses never even shared the same frame in emotionally charged moments. The production timeline ballooned, and so did the expenses. Funds earmarked for marketing were allegedly reallocated to the desperate task of reworking the movie itself. Canceled press events, particularly the crucial joint talk show appearances designed to dispel feud rumors, further crippled the promotional momentum. The idea of the two stars politely seated together, sharing anecdotes, became laughably unrealistic.
He doesn't need a prince to save her, and not surrounded by 7 weird people. Oh, okay, just CGI fictional goblins, I guess.
The unrelenting negativity began to take a heavy toll on Rachel Zegler's burgeoning career prospects. Once hailed as a breakout star, she was now increasingly viewed by industry insiders as box office poison, a risky choice for future projects. Her perceived readiness to clash with colleagues or walk away from commitments over ideological differences raised red flags for producers, while Gadot, with her established track record, had more of a buffer against criticism. Zegler's reputation felt far more fragile. In Hollywood's competitive landscape, such controversies often lead casting directors towards safer bets. It was within this precarious context that the most shocking rumors began to swirl. Was Rachel Zegler facing financial difficulties? Whispers alleged she was actively soliciting funds, trying to secure new deals, essentially begging for money from influential contacts, possibly even Disney executives or private financiers, to keep her career afloat amidst the potential fallout of headlining a major flop.
This girl took the money and then decided that she wanted to go out there and, you know what, I'm going to take my stand. Well, you should have made that stand before you took the money to promote a film, because that's not in line with your job description.
Right.
As these dramatic rumors circulated, Disney seemed to be bracing for impact. Early box office forecasts looked bleak. Market analysts noted a distinct lack of excitement, even among the studio's loyal fan base, who seemed worn down by the endless controversies and the film's perceived moralizing tone. Devotees of the 1937 original were vocal in their displeasure, while casual viewers were deterred by the constant drumbeat of backstage drama. Facing the grim prospect of one of their most expensive productions becoming potentially their worst investment ever, Disney executives reportedly began making contingency plans, including a quicker exit from theaters to mitigate losses via streaming platforms. The hopes for a blockbuster fairy tale remake had devolved into damage control for a potential historic flop.
This is their policies coming back to bite them. They went woke.
Yeah.
She went out and said stuff woke that was going to hurt the film. They couldn't come out and go against her, because then you're going after somebody for saying what you say you believe.
In the midst of this meltdown, the alleged animosity between Zegler and Gadot showed no signs of improvement. If anything, it seemed to harden. Their respective camps reportedly blamed each other. Zegler's supporters criticizing Gadot's politics, overshadowing the film. Gadot's defenders blaming Zegler for disrespecting the classic and alienating fans. The public narrative was cemented. This wasn't just a movie, it was a soap opera. For Rachel Zegler, any attempt to discuss the film's intended message was drowned out by the persistent, uncomfortable rumors about her financial anxieties. While her team maintained a diplomatic focus on her passion for progressive storytelling, the swirling insinuations about money became inextricably linked to the broader narrative of her potential downfall, leaving her public image drastically altered from the promising star introduced just a few years prior. The Snow White remake, born from ambition, had descended into a maelstrom of conflict, chaos, and career uncertainty, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and serving as a stark, cautionary tale in the annals of Hollywood productions.